Hello, my name is Mr. Bell, and today we're going to talk about creating equations from context and setting up two variable systems of equations. Now, when I said setting up a system just means a group of equations or more than one equations. So what we're going to do is we're going to read this scenario and we're going to try to actually write out the equation, the system of equations that we would use to solve it, but not actually solve it in this lesson. It says Chad went to buy flowers for his girlfriend. 1 rose and 1 daisy cost $12. Also, 3 roses and 2 daisies cost $29. Set up a system of equations to model this scenario. So let's just start. It says he went to buy flowers, 1 rose. Now think of a variable that we could use in place of rose. I'm going to use the letter R. So I'm going to start with saying 1 R and 1 daisy. Think of what variable you could use for daisy. I'm going to use a D. 1 rose plus 1 daisy cost a total of $12. We've set up one equation. Now let's go to the second part. Also, 3 roses and 2 daisies cost $29. Just by mapping this out, using variables to represent unknowns in the equation, we have set up a system of 2 equations that we could use to solve this problem, and we'll learn how at a later date. But for now, great job. This is another common question that can get confusing, but for today we're just going to try to set up the system of equations that we would use to solve it. All right, Becky has saved 14 coins consisting of dimes and quarters. The total value of the coins is $2.90. Set up a system of equations to model this scenario. So let's begin. She saved 14 coins consisting of dimes and quarters. So let's think of a variable that I can use to represent dimes and a variable I can use to represent quarters. So I know that my number of dimes plus my number of quarters is 14. That is an equation that is stated in this word problem. Let's see if we can set up our second equation. The total value, that's important. We're not talking about how many coins anymore, but the value of the coins is $2.90. Well, I've got to account for the value of each of these. So let's think about a dime first. What is a dime worth in regards to decimals? Well, a dime is worth 10 cents or 0.1. Make my D a little more obvious here. And then we're adding the value of what a quarter is. Well, a quarter is 25 cents, which would be represented as 0.25 in terms of dollars. So now what we've done is however many dimes we have, we would plug it in here, multiply it by the value of 0.1, which is 10 cents, and that would give me the total value of dimes. Now also the quarters, if we plugged in how many quarters we had, let's just say 4 of them, well 4 times that 0.25 value would give you $1, and we have our value that should total $2.90. So what we've done now is we've created 2 equations based on the variables in the scenario given to us in the problem. So great job, thank you for watching and hope it helps.